Hello, hola familia, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you guys can see, we're doing Pan Those Eyeshadows update number 2. So this month, as you guys know, I have a lot of personal things going on, but I managed to wear makeup the whole entire month of February, every single day with the exception of the very last day of February due to the funeral that I attended. So I didn't wear makeup that day because obviously it was pointless. So I did wear makeup every single day, which allowed me to meet a lot of my goals this time. I have my 4 shades here. As you guys know, I go from the least used all the way up to the most used. I will share with you guys any looks that I have as well as my tally. So if that's something that interests you, stay tuned. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Alejandra. I go by Alex. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash project pan. If that is something you want to continue to see on your feed, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with this update. So let's start out with the first shade, which was the ColourPop Pinky Promise. This was a palette that rolled in as singles, and I chose randomly this shadow chose. This was brand new, never used, you guys. This was a palette that I purchased the singles on before ColourPop was even doing palettes. That's how old this is, and I never touched it. I know, the story of my life with all of my palettes, basically. But I am actually happy and surprised to say that the shadow is still working amazing. So it was brand new, never touched, never swatched. And as you guys can see now, it does look disturbed. It does look like I have some usage on it. I have used this shadow 9 times. The way that I have been using this shadow is on my outer V as a matte. It is a satin, so it can be used as a matte without it looking super shiny. I have it on my outer V today mixed in with the next shadow that I will be talking to you guys about, and I have been loving it. I've actually been doing a lot of pinks and purples due to the month of February. The palettes that I've been pulling out to accompany me in these Pan Those eyeshadows have been a lot of purples and pinks and light colors, lilacs, that kind of stuff. So it's been working really, really nice with this shade. I really, really have been enjoying this shade. It's one of my, I just was surprised. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but I found my groove through it and I'm kind of missing it. I'm gonna miss using it this way, and I'll tell you in a minute. But I still have it in here. I have less than 20 uses, 18 more uses left, or hit pan. I don't think I'll hit pan on this, you guys. This is very densely packed and it's not that powdery. So we got a long way with this one, but 18 more uses and I'll probably roll this out. Now the next shade I want to share with you guys is the single that I do have in this project pan. And if I didn't mention in the beginning, all my rules are down in the description box. Anybody that you need to know, anything you need to know as to what I'm doing this year, it'll be down in the description box. So this is from my Killer Queens palette of singles, and randomly it chose the shade Canela. This is the second round it's in. Last month, I believe I used this twice. So I only had used this 2 times and I had a long way to go. But since I was able to use my makeup or wear my makeup almost every day with the exception of 1 day in the month of February, I met my goal, you guys, and this is what the shadow looks like right now. It looks like I barely did anything to the shadow. I was actually mixing this shadow in with my Pinky Promise, and that's exactly what is on my outer V. I had to do the look one more time, you guys. I just been loving this look, and I'm not somebody who repeats looks, but I have been, just to get use out of this, because the month of February, I had to do what I had to do to meet these goals. This is a beautiful shade, and it's very pigmented. If I were to choose one brown shade to use forever, all year round, it would be this type of shade. I love this when I'm in my normal state, no tan, and when I have a tan, I love it even more. This is like a one shadow and done look for me, like this kind of tone. Love it. It just goes so well. I love it in a lip shade. I love it in an eyeshadow shade. I love it in a bronzy kind of shade. Like, I love this shade overall for my whole entire face. I love this shade. 27 uses, you guys, and it looks like I did nothing. So I'm going to be rolling out this single and rolling in a new single because I did meet my usage goal. All right, up next is my Morphe Power Cut shade in the Dark Magic palette. This is the second time this was in here, and last month I got 7 uses out of this shade. And I had a hustle, so I had to really use this one a ton. And as you guys can see now, I don't have pan, but I have a nice dent in this palette, or this shade, I should say. This shadow was beautiful, beautiful to use, and it is very, very densely packed in there. I would probably have to use this for another good 20 times in order to hit pan on there. But I do have a nice dent in there. I'm very proud of myself. I was able to use it with all the rest of these shades. With the exception of the black, I used every other shade in this palette. And this palette wasn't bad for me. I know some of you guys have mentioned that you had a bad one. I actually had a decent one where I was able to work with them without working too hard on these shades. This shadow was such a pleasure to use. Whew, just had a cough attack. Okay. If I were to pick one shade tone for a silver gray, this is the one that I would choose. This is not too white based, not too dark based either. This is like that perfect shade. And one of you guys had mentioned that I would really, really enjoy this shade. I would use this all over my lid every single time. I could mix it with warm tones, I could mix it with cool tones, and it just worked beautifully either way. I would top it off with either a glitter, some sort of shimmery shadows, and it just played so well. It played so well with so many different shades. I had a lot of fun with this one. So I'm happy to say that I met my goal. Unfortunately, I did not hit pan on this one, which I was expecting to, but that's the nature of the game, 27 times and I still didn't get pan in that. Let's move on to the last one. I had rolled in a duo from Stila. This is the shade Jade. This is the second time this was also in, and I had used this shade 4 times last month. So I had, again, a lot of usage to go. And you guys, I'm proud to say that I actually hit pan in this one. This one got 9 uses in total, and I had mentioned to you guys last month, this is like a cream to powder formula, so I really had to dig in here. There was no other way of getting it. Whether I'm digging with my finger or digging with a brush, I had to dig on this side because you couldn't pick it up. Gently going on it wasn't picking up anything. So in order for me to get this pan, I ended up using a pencil brush. I used this quite a few times on my outer V, all over the lid, mixing it in with Power Cut, that silver shade. Beautiful. But I also wanted to use this on my lower lash line, so I ended up using a pencil brush, and I had to roll it in here, and that's how I ended up getting pan in here. It's a beautiful shade, and I can make it work. It's just, I was expecting it to be not a cream to powder. It doesn't say on the back that this is a cream to powder, so now I know, and I had been forewarned from other individuals that had panned one of these, that one side was like a cream to powder, and I do have other shades in this type of packaging, like the different colors. So I'm already prepping myself. If I roll one of those in, then I know I will have to dig in this. So I actually got pan this month. I'm very excited about that. So I get to also roll this out. All right, you guys. So I will be rolling out all shades but this one. So I'll be rolling in 2 palettes and 1 single this month. But before I go ahead and do that, I want to share with you guys my color stories of the last 2 months. All right, you guys, so let's start out with our single. Let's see what we're gonna roll in. So let's see what we're gonna get for our single. Oh, goodness gracious. Urban Decay Glitter Rock. That is one of those toppers. All right, I'm not upset about that one. That'll be fun to use. All right, so let's go to our eyeshadow palette. You ready? Oh, Lord have mercy. Nomad Antilles. Antilles. This is a colorful palette, like a bright colorful palette. And the next one. Oh, goodness. Oh, gosh, no. I don't know if I have this one. I think I might. Smashbox Shape Matters Photo Matte Eyes. I think I do have it, and that one's going to be a pain to hit pan on because Smashbox shadows are deep. All right, you guys. So let me pull those out, and we'll be right back. All right, you guys. So I already swatched Pinky Promise. For the single, it is Urban Decay. Oh, I can't even talk. Urban Decay Glitter Rock. I wish this would have came out last month because I could have used this one a ton with the purples and pinks I was doing. So I guess we will be mixing these two together a lot. It's a glitter topper, as you guys know, so I'm trying to build this up for you guys to see it. It is really pretty. So that is Glitter Rock by Urban Decay. And I don't know if I could hit pan on this one. It's 1.5 grams. That doesn't seem like a lot. but I could be wrong. So we're gonna go ahead and roll this sucker in. Okay, and then we rolled in Nomad and Tillis. I think they are discontinuing this palette. This is what this one looks like. So there are 15 shades. So let's 1 through 15. 10. 5, 10, which is this purple shade. Why can I get away from purples and pinks this month? It's called Diamond Waterfalls. Oh, that is such a pretty Easter color. I'm just thinking that March is going to be all about greens, and here I am still doing pinks and purples. So here is this color story. This one would go nice with either one of these. So at least we have a cohesive color story so far. And then our last one was this Smashbox Photo Matte Eyes. I love this palette, but it's all matte, and Smashbox matte shadows are ridiculous. I will not hit pan on this. I'm warning you guys right now. It is going to be impossible. It's going to be real hard. So let me see how many we have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 shadows. So let's see. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Lord have mercy. That's going to be a dark brown. All right. I guess we're going to be using that as a liner forever and ever. And these don't have, oh yeah, it does have names. Let's see. Vanilla Wheat. So then this shade is called, what? Oh, these are so hard. Canyon. This is called Canyon. Yeah. We're going to have a hard time with that one. Look at that. Okay. We got one matte and the rest are shimmery, which actually gives me an opportunity to pull out a lot more palettes to play around with. When you get a lot of mattes, it's harder to pull in other shadows. So let's see our roundup, shall we? Okay, so I've had 9 uses. I'm going to concentrate, to be honest with you, I've always wanted to concentrate on 2 shadows, but I don't think I'm going to have a problem this month because I will be able to hit my goal in this one. I'm definitely going to hit my goal in this one because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to use this as an eyeliner. The whole entire 27 uses, it's going to be an eyeliner. So no matter what look I do, I'm going to use this as a liner. So I know at least I can tackle 2 shadows. Out of these 2, I don't know which one will go. Maybe it might be this one just because it's an easy one to place on top of things. And then this might be my last one hanging in there. But it's okay if this one hangs until April because April is all about the pastels for me. So I don't mind that. That's my game plan, you guys. I always have a little game plan going. I'm thinking about the future because I want to use a lot of greens in the month of March. So I think that I'm going to be good. I think I'm going to be good. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying this. I'll put my videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.